Assembly. I'm Lakush Lapinder. This is ZNS.
My mic is. Pull it down. This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. Visions on Grand Bahama. Residents impacted by the proposed shifts weigh in. Plus, the Member of Parliament for the Berry Islands shares his hopes amid proposed boundary changes. And as Majority Rule Day approaches, an educator reflects on the struggle that opened doors and changed lives.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
Changes to several polling divisions are being proposed affecting Central Grand Bahama, West Grand Bahama, Bimini and the Berry Islands, as well as Marco City. Good evening, everyone. I'm Raven Davis. Thank you so much for tuning in. Our Matthew Modenbarl was back in West Grand Bahama today, speaking with voters who were previously part of Central Grand Bahama and who would now fall within West Grand Bahama under the proposed boundary shift. The details in tonight's top story.
On West Grand Bahama, now with the new proposal, it gives me the whole of West Grand Bahama, and that is from Hebron Town straight into West End.
Several polling division shifts were outlined along with the Boundaries Commission's report. Polling divisions 2 and 10 have been moved from Central Grand Bahama to West Grand Bahama. As a result of the realignment, Central Grand Bahama now consists of 12 polling divisions. Area Member of Parliament Iram Lewis says the changes have not shaken his confidence.
Be that as it may, I'm not overly concerned about that. I have started project in that those constituencies, particularly polling division number 10 in Hannah Hill area, where I'm putting in a boat ramp / a seaport, and we are well on the way to completing that. And I'm going to see it through to the end, even though that will no longer be a part of Central, is now West Grand Bahama.
With the newly proposed boundary adjustments introducing 2 new polling divisions in West Grand Bahama, residents who are no longer part of Central Grand Bahama are now sharing their views on the change.
I think that it's something that should have been done a long time ago because 8 Mile Rock is the biggest settlement in the Bahamas. It has about 11 sub-settlements in it, and now the MP can now focus in on each individualized settlement because each settlement has like its own needs, and I feel like it needed to be cut.
My concern about the boundary changes, I have no problem with it once the population is changing. But if the same amount of population what we had before, why change it?
It's going to be a significant change because then again you have the boundary, you have these set of people them voting with these set of people when the boundary line has been changed. When that change, you have majority of these people, like say the amount of these people on this side, they all come together and twine as one. And who knows what those people are bringing? We don't know what's coming. You understand what I'm saying?
Polling divisions 8, 9, 10, and 11 from West Grand Bahama have been realigned into the new Bimini and Berry Islands constituency. All polling divisions in the Berry Islands have also been consolidated under that seat. A partial realignment has also been made with a portion of polling division 15 in Marco City moved into polling division 13 in Pine Ridge. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Matthew Modenbarl.
With Bimini and the Berry Islands now combined into a single constituency, questions are being raised about what that shift could mean for political representation going forward. Our Sherelle Dames spoke with the current Berry Islands Member of Parliament and has more in this report.
In regards of the Berry Island
Bimini constituency, the sky's the limit. I'm open. I think I'm a versatile individual, come with a business background.
That as the MP for North Andros and the Berry Islands shares his thoughts on the possibility of carrying the party's banner on the island of Bimini in the 2026 general election. The announcement is still new and nothing has been finalized as yet, but discussions continue. Lightburn reflects on his time serving the Berry Islands and says work is still underway.
First of all, I just want to say thank you first and foremost to the constituents of Berry Islands for the 4.5 glorious years. We had our ups and downs. However, they will always be a part of me, and I will always be a part of them in regards to the service that was rendered. However, we had a lot of projects that were done, and a few more that is still in the pipeline. And however, governments are succession, so I understand that by being in place doesn't change the fact that what's already planted, that the tree will soon produce.
Looking ahead, Lightburn says any possible addition of Bimini would bring both opportunity and responsibility.
In terms of Bimini, Bimini is already growing economy, just as Berry Island, Great Arbor Key with Cocoa Key and Great Straw. You have the Hilton RW down there. And then a lot of tourism opportunities, of course. They are strictly based on tourism. However, the opportunity for myself and the Biminites, if the opportunity presents itself, of course, I think I'll fit right in.
And as the process unfolds, he says his focus is still currently on the task at hand, being the MP for North Andros and the Berry Islands. But he says he is prepared for whatever role may lie ahead.
So whatever opportunities is there for myself to be placed in North Andros or Bimini and Berry, so whatever consistency that the parties seems fit, I think we'll have a conversation, but I'm open to whatever it is.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Sherelle Dames.
Thanks, Sherelle. Switching gears now, the U.S. Embassy in Nassau is warning the public to avoid visa scams and use only official U.S. government sources when applying for a U.S. visa. Embassy officials say accurate information on visa fees and application procedures is available only through official websites, and the public is urged not to trust third parties, screenshots, or unverified messages. The current fee for a B1 or B2 visitor visa is $185. Applicants must complete the DS-160 form online and follow the official instructions provided. Persons over 18 renewing a visa in the same category that is still valid or expired within the past 12 months may not require an interview. The embassy also reminds travelers that a U.S. visa does not guarantee entry, as immigration officers determine the length and conditions of stay. B1 or B2 visas allow short-term business or medical travel, but do not permit employment or study. Misuse of a visa can result in deportation or permanent travel bans. For more information, persons are encouraged to contact the U.S. Embassy directly or visit official U.S. government websites. For more on this release, you can visit our ZNS Northern Services social media pages. Meantime, as the Bahamas prepares to observe Majority Rule Day, reflections from Grand Bahama highlight the struggle, sacrifice, and unity that shaped a defining moment in the nation's history. In this report, Shalia Roll speaks with a man who says Majority Rule opened doors and created opportunities that shaped his life.
Let's tell them about our country, tell them about our pride. Let's tell them where we came from, all we had to survive. From under the UBP to 1973. May we never forget our beautiful history,
The Bahamas faced a historic deadlock, with the United Bahamian Party and the Progressive Liberal Party tied at 18 seats each. The deciding votes came from independent MPs Sir Randall Folks and Sir Alvin Brennan, whose support of the PLP ushered in majority rule, aligning political power with the will of the majority. Grand Bahama formed part of the broader movement, with PLP candidates including Warren J. Lavarity and Maurice Moore, contributing to the push for change.
David goes up against Goliath. We know the results before the battle takes place, right? But he said, we put the candidates forward because we had some loyal followers in Grand Bahama. We didn't expect them to win. but we want to keep hope alive.
Cecil Thompson says the strength of organized labor in Grand Bahama, including the Grand Bahama Taxi Union, the Hotel and Catering Workers Union, and the Construction and Electrical Workers Union, played a key role in mobilizing support and driving electoral change during the majority rule era.
The PLP, just by PLP alone, could not have done it. Those organized groups threw their lot, because those organized groups saw a brighter day.
Though too young to vote at the time, he later realized the election allowed him to further his education, becoming a teacher and later a principal. Recognition, he says, was later echoed by movement foot soldiers like Austin Grant, Artis Neely, and Hilton Bowleg.
Now, they didn't know me, but they were fighting for a cause so that Bahamians, no matter where they come from, will play a role in Freeport and the nation's development.
Reflection like those shared by Cecil Thompson remind Bahamians that the significance of majority rule extends far beyond a public holiday. Its legacy lives on through opportunities created, barriers broken, and lives changed, especially here on Grand Bahama. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shalia Rule.
And still to come.
Just hours away from the biggest cultural showdown of the year, and the classic dancers say they're coming to claim it all. That story, sports highlights, and more when we return.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Grand Bahama, this Majority Rule Day weekend, we rise as one people, one culture, one history. It all begins Friday, January 9th. The Senior Junkanoo Parade, Pine Yard Rush, charging down West Explorers Way. Feel the rhythm, see the colors, live the tradition. Then Saturday, January 10th, 7 p.m. is the All Bahamian Block Party, live concert, and Junkanoo results. West Explorers Way. Food, fun, and full Bahamian vibes all night long. On Sunday, January 11th, a cause to give thanks. The Majority Rule Ecumenical Service, 4 p.m. at New Life Worship Center, followed by a powerful gospel concert extravaganza. Monday, January 12th, the Majority Rule Day March, 9 a.m. from downtown to the post office via Cecil Thompson Drive, leading into the Majority Rule Day extravaganza. Then all roads lead east to Pelican Point for the Majority Rule and Junkanoo Festival. Enjoy Bahamian foods and delight. This year, Grand Bahama, we celebrate one culture, one history, one Bahamas. You don't want to miss it.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
As the sun rises, God is ready to pour out something new. Join Minister Latique for Morning Manna, an early morning prayer and praise encounter. Under the powerful theme, Fresh Oil, a divine outpouring for renewal, strength, and breakthrough. Featuring our special guest speaker, Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole of the legendary Clark Sisters, who will be bringing a timely and anointed word straight from the heart of God. Saturday, January 10th, 8 a.m. at the Pelican Bay Hotel, Freeport, Bahamas. Come expecting, come believing, come ready to receive. Don't miss Morning Manna, where your day begins with prayer and your life is refreshed with fresh oil. Be there.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. The classic dancers are making final preparations ahead of the 2026 Pine-Yard Rush Junkanoo Parade. In this report, officials share what spectators can expect.
This year, we're definitely going to give them an additional show on what we gave them a cut up last year on music, even though we got tied. They give swingers tie with us. No, swingers tie with us. We're not tied with swingers.
The last several years, we've been not doing so well in Junkanoo, but under this present leadership with Quinton Roll and myself, we gave the rest of the Junkanoo groups, we gave them a warning that, they would win for 2 to 3 years. Now we feel that it's our time. This year, the classic dancers will be representing breakfast cereal. We know that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. As you would see, our costume would depict Snap, Crackle, and Pop, as well as Tony the Tiger. So we're going to woo the crowd this year, and we want all the children, the parents, them all to come out and see what a fantastic production the classic dancers are doing.
Our music is locked straight in directly from we get out the gate. Our music always locked in. They always come to watch us and to listen to us when we're going down the road.
No doubt about it, the classic dancers won Best Music, and this year we intend to take Best Music and Best Choreographed Costume on the whole. We're going for the whole hog in Junkanoo this year.
We have a secret that we normally don't share, of how to set up our line, and that's why when we come out the gate, you can always hear us loud and clear.
First of all, we want the crowd to come out and support the Junkanoo this year because we're definitely putting on a world-class show this year.
Excitement definitely building. Well, the 2026 Pine-Yard Rush is only hours away, and organizers anticipate this parade to exceed last year's. Junkanoo officials, along with the Royal Bahamas Police Force, convened for one last walkabout of the parade as the groups get ready to set foot on Explorers Way. Shane Stubbs has more details in this report.
You have to come out to see this parade. It'll be the biggest parade ever in the history of Grand Bahama.
Ready or not, it's showtime. On January 9th, local Junkanoo groups take center stage as the 2026 Pine-Yard Rush hits Explorers Way. Final checks are complete, sections are clearly marked, and redemption booths are ready. With several storylines heading into the parade, Chairman Sean Bowles says all signs point to this being the biggest rush Grand Bahama has ever seen.
This parade this year is going to be bigger than 2025. If you look at the venue now, you see that you may see more skyboxes, more seatings and stuff like that, simply because the interest from the stakeholders, the various partners, corporate partners, the Junkanoos, the fans, everybody is anticipating the rush between the Junkanoo groups.
According to David Storr, tickets will still be available on parade day at Cash and Go, in the Regent Center, or online at cashandgo.com. He adds that finding your assigned section will be quick and easy.
Each helium balloon will be next to a section tent, which would have your section number on it. Those in section 12, you will gain entry from the rear of the post office, skyboxes, and section 11, you guys will gain entry from the front of the post office.
The Pine-Yard Rush kicks off a packed holiday weekend, but Chief Superintendent Will Hart is issuing a stern warning. Any attempt to disrupt the festivities will not be tolerated.
Those who cannot behave, we will ensure that we have a place for you. We want the members of the public to come and enjoy all the festivities of this holiday weekend.
Road closures begin at noon on January 9th along Explorers Way between Kent and Woodstock Streets. Additional closures follow at 3 p.m. along West Atlantic Drive, West Mall Drive, East Mall Drive, and nearby intersections, remaining in effect until 2 a.m. on January 10th. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, big things happening in the world of sailing, right?
Season, yeah, certainly I'm excited about Junkanoo, but yeah, definitely a team from Grand Bahama Sailing Club will be competing this weekend in New Providence. We tell you who will be competing and the expectations heading into New Providence.
All right, thanks, Jay. Well, sports comes your way next, but first we salute our Facebook friend of the day, Patrice Flowers. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, is back right after this.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Save more drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
The Edinburgh Napier University, the #1 modern university in Scotland, is holding a free information session at the Pelican Bay Hotel, Freeport, on January 15th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Edinburgh Napier program includes the AACSB accredited and the NAECOB recognized MBA and BA business top-ups for holders of associate degrees. They are 100% online, 100% relevant, 100% flexible, and can be completed in a minimum of 1 year. Reserve your spot today at www.seidegrees.com. That's www.seidegrees.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the Platinum Nights in the Boulevard at this time. The Platinum Nights.
We're more than ready to come and get our title back, get back what is ours.
There's one group in Grand Mama that has that song, and that's the singing.
We're going to put on a fabulous show from January 9th. Ready? Let's do this.
We the Superstar Rockers this year. We come to do some damage.
Music, the classic dancers.
We intend to take best music and best choreographed costume on the whole. We're going for the whole hog in Junkanoo this year.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the 2026 Grand Bahamas Senior Junkanoo Parade. Live from West Explorers Way, Friday, January 9th at 8 p.m.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports Talk in Sports. The Grand Bahama Sailing Club team is scheduled to travel to New Providence this weekend, January 10th and 11th, to compete at the KPMG Winter Youth Championships. This event serves as a qualifier for the 2026 ILCA 4 and ILCA 6 Youth Worlds.
We've got opties and lasers in this regatta. Probably have sunfish too, but we don't sell sunfish. We've got our big story is Darren Cooper. He's in the running for the national team. He's currently ranked 2nd. And he's got 4 regattas. He's got a sail in to qualify. He sailed in 2. This is the 3rd. So we've got this one and then the Sir Derwood Knowles, which will be next month. So we got to get Darren there and get him on the national team.
Overall, I get a first place. Competition, I got some good competition on my hand, but like on the last regatta, I did really well, like facing the people who aged out this year, so I think I get a first place.
I feel like practice, today's the first day for the year for practice. I feel like it's going to go well, and I'm going to try my hardest to do well at the regatta.
Next in sports, Coach Danny Rigby has been coaching tennis for decades, and he's back on the course training some new crop of tennis players to start the new year.
We have kids that are 6 years old, and then, that begin to play very well. We have some 10, some 12s, 14, and we have some 16-year-olds. And they're all trying to, since school just reopened, they're just trying to get ready for the Bahamas Water and Pure, which is coming up almost like the end of the month. So everyone anxious to get ready.
From the tennis court to the basketball court, the Fugees defeated 242 Elite 87-80 in Night League basketball, and the Gym Rats got the win over 8 Mad Rock Legends 85-61. And last in sports, VJ Edgecombe and the Philadelphia 76ers got the W over the Wizards 131-110 in their last game. VJ scored 13 points in 35 minutes. He also had 7 assists and 8 rebounds in the win. And that's all I have for you in sports. A look at the weather is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
You are cordially invited to the Majority Rule Ecumenical Service and Gospel Concert Extravaganza on Sunday, January 11th at 4 p.m. at New Life Worship Center on Coral Road, featuring Simeon Outen and the New Life Band, the Cooling Waters, and many more. Let's unite to honor our history, the values that guide our nation, and the bonds that connect us all. See you there.
The Edinburgh Napier University, the #1 modern university in Scotland, is holding a free information session at the Pelican Bay Hotel, Freeport, on January 15th from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Edinburgh Napier program includes the AACSB accredited and the NAECOB recognized MBA and BA business top-ups for holders of associate degrees. They are 100% online, 100% relevant, 100% flexible, and can be completed in a minimum of 1 year. Reserve your spot today at www.seidegrees.com. That's www.seidegrees.com.
As the sun rises, God is ready to pour out something new. Join Minister Latique for Morning Manna, an early morning prayer and praise encounter. Under the powerful theme, Fresh Oil, a divine outpouring for renewal, strength, and breakthrough. Featuring our special guest speaker, Dr. Dorinda Clark Cole of the legendary Clark Sisters, who will be bringing a timely and anointed word straight from the heart of God. Saturday, January 10th, 8 a.m. at the Pelican Bay Hotel, Freeport, Bahamas. Come expecting, come believing, come ready to receive. Don't miss Morning Manna, where your day begins with prayer and your life is refreshed with fresh oil. Be there.
Hey there, welcome back to Health Bites. Ladies, if you suffer from PCOS, imbalanced hormones, bad periods, or fertility issues, today we're going to be talking about some supplements that can help you with that and more. One of the most popular supplements right now for PCOS is inositol. Inositol helps balance your hormones, helps to regulate menstrual cycles and ovulation, improves fertility, and it can even help with weight loss by helping your body better digest carbs. NEC is another great supplement to help with PCOS. N-acetylcysteine helps improve ovarian health, improves ovulation, helps to reduce testosterone, and it also helps to boost your immune system. Another popular supplement right now is berberine. Berberine also helps to balance your body's hormones. It also helps with weight loss by improving the way your body digests carbs. Berberine is also good for helping keeping your blood sugar range in healthy levels, and it also helps with cholesterol and heart health. If you need relief from PCOS or any other signs of hormone imbalance, stop by your nearest Fitness Connection location or shop online at shopfitnessconnection.com.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Raven Davis.
I'm Jay Philippe. Junkanoo tomorrow night?
Definitely. See you there. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, current members of Parliament and political hopefuls having their say on the new constituency cuts. U.S. Embassy officials claim the rumors of an increase in U.S. visa fees are false. And we've got some economic news from Mayaguana. The Bahamas tonight, the National Report starts now. Broadcast. The Constituencies Commission reports released Wednesday now leaves residents to make a choice: register in their new constituencies or forfeit the right to vote. Cleopatra Murphy caught up with several residents who shared their views on the newly drawn lines.
There is mixed reaction to the boundaries report from some of the residents that will be impacted by the change. After that report saw polling divisions 3 and 11 and 3 parcels of polling division 4 moved from the Killarney constituency to make up part of the new St. James constituency. The Mount Pleasant community is one that will be impacted, and although not eager to join lines at the Parliamentary Registration Department to register within a new constituency, Ronaldo Davis is open to the change.
I'm definitely looking for positive representation and somebody that's going to represent the community well, that's going to care about the elders of the community, that's going to care about even the young people, the children that are coming up, and just providing transparency, number one, and definitely providing things that are going to keep the community going in a positive direction.
The same holds true for Pearline Bell, who is embracing the change.
I haven't had any representative for long years. From my move out here, there were one that I met here. After then, no, they passed my door.
It's the exact opposite for another resident who says it is unlikely she will vote now, preferring the present representative.
With Killarney, Dr. Minnis always looked out for us, even during COVID time. He came around, gave care packages and whatnot. He always looks out for the community.
The St. Anne's constituency is also seeing changes, with polling division 3 from Freetown, Little Blair, now joining Big Blair under one constituency. A move Gina Knowles thinks makes sense.
I vote for the person. I do not vote for the party. I don't vote for a color, and I don't look for a symbol. When people come around and they do the walkabout campaigning, I interview these people.
Another Little Blair resident, Kathleen Albury, is embracing it and is now ready to register.
I'll try and do it early, rather than wait for the big rush at the end, because you never know when the election's going to be called.
With the new lines now drawn, Killarney and St. Anne's will have 6,137 and 5,708 registered voters respectively, based on the 2025 register. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
Thanks a lot, Cleo. Well, meantime, in an interview with our news team this week, Parliamentary Commissioner Harrison Thompson revealed what these constituency amendments will mean for individuals who have already registered in the affected areas.
They will not have to re-register. Our team will have to reach out to them and place them in the right constituency. Once the Boundaries Commission report and whatever amendments are made, if any, we would take the position to reach out to those who are affected and let them know that we'll make the changes here and call them in so that we could change their cards, etc., as the case might be.
New lines, new seats, and new political battles ahead. Tonight, members of Parliament and general election candidates are reacting to the proposed boundary changes that could reshape the road to the next general election. Here's Leah Cooper.
With 2 new constituencies proposed and boundary lines redrawn across the country, sitting members of Parliament and general election candidates are now recalculating their paths to victory. ZNS News spoke with several of those directly affected by the changes. One of the biggest shakeups is in western New Providence, where a new seat, St. James, is carved out of parts of Golden Isles, Killarney, and surrounding constituencies. For Free National Movement candidate for Killarney, Michaela Barnett Ellis, the proposed changes are about staying connected connected to voters, no matter where the lines fall.
We previously had 14 polling divisions in Killarney, and now we are down to 12. We're losing relationships because we have canvassed the constituency and gotten to know persons in these communities and gotten their support. Quite a few people were excited to support me in the upcoming general election, and now that support's moved into another constituency.
Next door in Golden Isles, F&M candidate Brian Brown weighs in.
What I thought the Parliamentary Commission would have done was do their work for us to see what's the actual amount of persons on the register before they do their final cut. But I guess they base it by their numbers, although some persons have not transferred yet, and the new voters, but they had to make their decision.
Now, this could be bad news for Golden Isles sitting MP Darren Pickstock, as we understand that polling divisions 1 and 14 have been removed from the constituency. It's the 2 polling divisions that edged Pickstock out in the recent by-election. While the Golden Isles MP declined to comment, Brown says he's ready.
During the by-election, I won 9 polling divisions, and there was 14. This new cut now, I've got 5 out of the 9. And came close in the other 3, another 3. And so, I've been working Golden Isles for years. I know Golden Isles, I know the people know me.
But it's not just New Providence seeing change. In the Family Islands, a brand new constituency is proposed for Bimini and the Berry Islands, separating the area from West Grand Bahama. Kingsley Smith, MP for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, weighs in on the shift.
I'm happy for the people of Bimini. This is something that they wanted for quite some years now.
And in North Andros, MP Leonardo Lightbourne says he's also ready no matter how the lines are drawn.
I'm okay. Wherever is placed, or I'm being placed, I'm okay with it. I think God has the last say, and whatever God has done or has in store for me, no man can take away. So I'm okay with what's happening with the boundaries.
Parliamentarians are set to debate the report this coming Tuesday in the House of Assembly. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Far from perfect, but a step in the right direction. That's Coalition of Independence leader Lincoln Baines' take on Wednesday's Table Constituencies Commission's report. Baines saw nothing surprising nor deeply concerning about the report, though he does believe more still could be done to achieve greater parity.
For example, I have just over 5,000 in Pinewood, but constituencies like Central Grand Bahama has like 6,500, and East Grand Bahama has even more. And so I think we could do more to get them more even, but this was a step in the right direction.
As the Coalition of Independence intends to run a full slate of candidates in the upcoming general election, the party leader says while the splitting and slicing of some constituencies appears to have been done to advantage the governing Progressive Liberal Party, gerrymandering, he warns, has never proven to be an effective strategy.
We don't think that gerrymandering has ever worked in history. Every election they gerrymander, but it never works. And so they can do what they want, but when the people have made up their mind, you're going to see a difference.
The Bahamas Constituency Party condemns the recently tabled Constituencies Commission report as constitutionally defective and fundamentally unjust. The BCP argues in its statement that voter registration increased by just over 1,000 people nationwide between 2021 and 2025, noting this does not justify the creation of 2 additional constituencies. The party contends that the report violates Article 70 of the Constitution, which requires voter parity as the primary standard for effective representation. The BCP points to what it describes as extreme disparities, with some constituencies having fewer than 2,300 voters, while others exceed 6,000. The party claims this imbalance amounts to political gerrymandering designed to advantage the governing administration. The Bahamas Constituency Party is calling on members of Parliament to reject the report and demand full transparency, warning that the integrity of the country's democratic process is at stake. And still to come, a new port in the pipeline for Mayaguana. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report.
Lunch boring lunches and enjoy real food at a real good price with KFC's value deals. For $5.95, you can get a famous roll and a drink or one-piece chicken box. For max value, grab a value box. That's a piece of our iconic chicken, nuggets, cheesy mashed potato, a biscuit, fries, a dessert biscuit, and soda, all for just $9.95. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
It's a Holy Frosty Christmas, and Wendy's and Coke is bringing the chill. This year, when you upgrade any Wendy's combo to a large, you can instantly win big with the Upgrade and Win Christmas giveaway. We're talking travel gift cards, gadgets, holiday treats, and prizes that make your Holy Frosty Christmas shine. Just upgrade your favorite lunch combo, scan the QR code on your receipt to enter, and let the holiday magic begin. Enjoy great tasting food and win big this Christmas with Wendy's and Coca-Cola's Upgrade and Win. Rules and restrictions apply.
One day I told my grandpa, show me what being a Bahamian is all about, and I'll show the Bahamas to the world. Together, we show the world what it means to be Bahamian, and we celebrate with an ice cold Quebec. More than a bear, it's the spirit of the Bahamas. Quebec, it's in our hands.
Welcome to Paradise Games, where exceptional service meets the ultimate gaming experience. Our dedicated team is here to make every visit a win.
Now this is paradise.
This is more than just a place to play. Now this is paradise. It's where excitement meets world-class service.
Now this is paradise. Now this is paradise.
Come experience it for yourself. Now this is paradise.
Of the news is brought to you by the Paradise Games holiday promotion. Visit pggames.com today and enter for your chance to win.
You're looking at a drone shot of the historic Fort Charlotte, built in the 1700s. It's Nassau's largest fort, designed to protect against pirates and invaders, but never fired in battle due to its formidable defense. Now, the historic site offers tours and enactments. That short film by our drone pilot, Kyson Miller. Thanks a lot, Kyson. Well, with boaters having some good news rather tonight for the southern Bahamas, as the government has green-lighted a major project that will enhance life on the island of Mayaguana. Here's Desmond Saunders.
Well, the government has entered into a major new public-private partnership to develop the port at Mayaguana, a maritime and logistics hub designed to boost economic activity across the southeast Bahamas. Mayaguana's location near key international shipping lanes positions the island to play a greater role in regional trade, cruise activity, and cargo services. Under the agreement, Global Lead Consultant Group Limited will work with the government on multi-phase project that includes a deep water port, cruise terminal, transshipment facilities, housing, utilities, and supporting infrastructure. The project will be jointly owned by the government, the Mayaguana Island Development Fund, and the private partners. Development will roll out in 3 stages, beginning with temporary offloading facilities and a deep water port, followed by a cruise terminal, and eventually a full transshipment hub. Now, over the coming months, the project moves into detailed planning and approvals with estimates of up to 2,000 full-time jobs over its life. Reporting in studio for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Desmond Saunders.
Before you dig deeper into your pockets to travel to the United States, listen up. Reports of a U.S. visa fee increase have surfaced on social media, but according to the U.S. Embassy, the price tag has not changed. Here's Leah Cooper.
Good evening. We've all seen and heard the claims circulating on social media suggesting that U.S. visa fees in the Bahamas were set to increase as of January 1st. But according to the U.S. Embassy's Chief Counselor, Karina Kanan, those claims are simply not true.
We know that there is a lot of misinformation that has been spread on social media about an increase in visa fees. So we'd like to let everyone know that the fees for a B1, B2 visitor visa and F1 student visas for Bahamians has not changed. It remains $185.
Kanan is urging the public to verify information before sharing or acting on it, especially when it comes from unofficial sources.
In general, we shouldn't be relying on information received on a WhatsApp text where we can't see what the original URL or link is from, what's the source of it. Everyone should go, especially for something like applying for a U.S. visa, to the original government source. Go to the official source. It's bs.usembassy.gov. Our visas page links from there. It has all the information that anyone needs to apply for a visa on visa categories.
She also warns about third-party companies to apply for your visa.
Why pay more if you don't have to? We think that the visa application process is pretty straightforward as long as you're going to the right place to start that process, and the right place is our official U.S. Embassy website. We have heard that there are a lot of third parties out there, companies that are charging up to $500 to do this. So obviously everyone can make that decision for themselves if they want to pay that extra money, but they don't have to. The cost for applying for a visa is $185.
Embassy officials say the bottom line is simple. Verify your information, use official government websites, and don't fall victim to costly visa scams. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Leah Cooper.
Police Staff Association Chairman Ricardo Walk says government is behind nearly $100 million in payments to Kalina Insurance Company for members as dependent insurance coverage. It's a circumstance, he says, has led to many of those members who joined after government proposed a limitation on dependents in 2023, who submitted the names of dependents, and though they were covered, to now be blindsided when they sought medical care.
One thing that I also learned is that even if the government was to pay right now or to bring the account current, the coverage will not be retroactive. So even though persons now who have been seeking medical services were paying out of pocket, there's no way for them to be reimbursed.
Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Monroe, when asked about the situation, questioned whether Walks spoke with officials from the Ministry of Finance, adding he only became aware of the situation when the memo was sent to him. He charges when law enforcement has issues, those should be brought up to his ministry.
They've never asked the ministry to inquire as to the truthfulness or anything about what they say Kalina told them. I would have thought the proper way to do it would be if there was a failure to provide service, you go to your side of the transaction and say, ministry, this policeman tried to add this person, he was refused. Deal with it. And then, of course, we would investigate and come back with an answer.
With boaters having to pay $1,000 for a cruising permit, $350 for anchorage fees, and a $300 per month fishing permit, the government pledges to review the competitiveness, implementation, and impact of the boating fee increases implemented last year. But Bahamas Flag Fishing Association President Prescott Smith and attorney Code Smith sees no need for changes.
And I would want to encourage the Minister of Tourism not to revisit it. Leave them exactly where they are. In simple terms, we have a product here. When you go into Super Value, if you want to buy a bread, you have to pay whatever the fee is to get the bread and walk out of the store. We have a product. Our product cannot be found anywhere else in the world.
They argue that higher fees are needed to protect marine resources and fund conservation.
So we're not just collecting some fees for you that goes into, the typical, when people hear about government collecting money. And so the boaters would be happy, just like you buy a hunting license in the United States, duck hunting, fishing license, they would be happy to say, I can go to this site and I can pay this fee, but I can click on this button to restore this nursery system in Crooked Island. I know where the money is going. How do you clean up the coastlines of 700 islands, 2,300 keys. So if I was a boater, I would be a little annoyed myself if I'm only hearing of fees without knowing where it's going.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Folk Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way, from solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanity, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at wbusbahamas.com. We Buy You Sell. Upgrade your home today.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all day large, one topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but.
I need the $10 special plate. How many would you like? 20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it? The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
The attainment of majority rule, a defining moment in our nation's history. A time when unity, courage, and the collective voice of the people reshaped the future. On Monday, January 12th, join the ZNS Network for live coverage of the ecumenical service in celebration of Majority Rule Day. That's the Majority Rule Day Ecumenical Service. Monday, January 12th at 10 a.m. at Bahamas Harvest Church, live on the ZNS Network and streaming on our YouTube and Facebook platforms.
10 days.
Majority Rule is a seminal moment, but it's an unfinished product.
10 stories.
I can be what I want to be now. Not just a waiter or a carpenter or busboy.
10 minutes each.
What is it that motivated them to make the sacrifices that they made?
Majority Rule Perspectives. Starting January 1st on the ZNS Network.
So you don't have to share. That's crazy. But sharing a 12-pack? That just makes sense. The new Crazy Puffs 12-pack. It's not crazy, it's Little Caesars.
Get your 12-pack Crazy Puff now for just $13.50, VAT inclusive, at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Hollis Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza. Little Caesars, crazy in all the best ways.
Pizza, pizza.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, Royce Senator Malena joins us live for a sneak peek of Access Now. It's a Thankful Thursday, guys. What's happening?
I like that, Thankful Thursday. Well, good evening, LaDon. We have a canine in the building today, well trained.
Oh, yeah.
Coming onto the show, he's very young. I want to ask you, do you know who let the dog out? let the dog in?
Who let the dog in, I think, is the question for today. You know, the furry guests are my favorite, so I'm very excited. We're going to be learning all about training, what you need to know, and find out the age-old question, is there ever actually a time? Can you teach an old dog new tricks?
Ooh.
We're going to find out, even though this one's a baby.
Yes, it is.
All right, stay close. The National Report will continue right after this.
Every day in this new year is a chance to save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. First choice sugar, 4 pounds, $2.59. Kellogg's giant size cereals, assorted 23 to 28 ounces, $6.39. Riceland parboiled rice, 5 pounds, $3.89. Romaine Hearts, 3-pack, $4.99. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, $1.15 per pound. If you're planning to save when you shop, you need to shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
Ready to insure your ride? Our new website is ready for you. Visit jsjohnson.com. Select coverages, go to Motor, and click Get a Quote. We've made it easier than ever to request a quote online. Fill in all the required fields. When you're done, hit Submit. You'll receive a response via email within 24 hours. Visit jsjohnson.com today.
This is Porky's gas station, and this is Porky, and he's celebrating his 80th birthday this year. And to give back to the Bahamian people, Porky is dropping his gas prices all the way down to
$4.99 for limited time only.
So bring your car, truck, trolley, plate, or cup, and let's celebrate on a high note while the prices are low. Hey, Porky, let me get $5 way there and leave my car home when I walk here. I serious, man. Just $5, man. I can put it in my tank.
You serious?
In my car home.
You serious?
Well, that does it for the National Report, but stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
Keeping you in the know. Keeping you in the know. God, it's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow. It's good enough to eat, then it's good to grow.
The Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation, BAIC, is continuing its push to connect farmers to wholesalers and retailers. So says Senior Manager for Agricultural Marketing and Logistics, John Burrows. The initiative began in summer 2024, and since then, major wholesalers and retailers met with Androsian farmers.
We met with farmers, and we had some more very, very directed meeting with farmers, basically seeing what we could do to connect more farmer-buyer relationship and strengthen that. Okay, that has evolved since then, because historically what happens is farmers grow from a supply side of agriculture. This initiative is actually now focused on demand agriculture. So what we saw in that particular year, that would have been fall 2024 into spring 2025, we saw a major uptick.
This led to farmers growing more staple crops like onions, tomatoes, pumpkins, cabbages, sweet peppers, and more. Burrows says the feedback for this program has been tremendous.
Oh, they're loving it because, again, what we did differently with this program, and for those who signed up for this program, we treated this like a commodities market. Okay, so it wasn't just restricted to the historical buying price of the packing house. Okay, it was treated like what commodity supply and demand, where prices were higher, so farmers were able, in a lot of cases, to make more last season than they would have historically.
According to Burrows, the next step is to solidify a national planting schedule to reduce the amount of food imports into the country. He added that the corporation is expecting to connect more family island farmers to wholesalers and retailers in the near future. Keeping you in the know with Good to Grow, I'm Kendia Smith.
Yo, it's Iman, the one and only, and I want you all to tune into Entertainment Fridays on Access Now every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Who knows? Your favorite Bahamian artist, but they're not showing their face. But you gotta watch to find out.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Dr. Gale, and I'm inviting you to be a part of a journey where we open the Word of God to receive strength, to receive empowerment from the Scriptures as they have been written. Get your Bibles, get your cup of coffee or your tea, because this journey is gonna be great. This is your day of victory.
your hands together for the Platinum Knights in the Boulevard at this time. The Platinum Knights.
We're more than ready to come and get our title back, get back what is ours.
There's one group in Grand Mama that has that sound, and that's the Swingers.
We're going to put on a fabulous show from January 9th. Ready? Let's do this.
We the Superstar Rockers this year, we come to do some damage.
Music, the classic dancers.
We intend to take best music and best choreographed costume on the whole. We're going for the whole hog in Junkanoo this year.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture presents the 2026 Grand Bahamas Senior Junkanoo Parade. Live from West Explorers Bay, Friday, January 9th at 8 p.m.
It's a new year. A lot of us have made resolutions, and tonight we'll tell you why one of them should be starting to eat healthy.
Plus, we'll tell you about a first-time entrant in the Junior Junkanoo Parade. Those details straight ahead.
Also, the holiday carnival is winding down, and a big give-back is in the making. Stay close for that.
And in sports, the defending government school senior boys basketball champs make a statement in their 2026 opener, winning by more than 100 points.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening on this thankful Thursday. I'm Royson Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Absolutely. Now we have a long weekend coming up. Majority Rule holiday is on Saturday. It's being recognized on Monday. What are your plans looking like for the weekend?
I actually don't have any plans, but I feel like sometimes no plans are the best plans, and you just kind of, things will come up. And then that's when you end up having the best time.
The impromptu plans,
yes.
The spontaneous plans.
Just see how the
best.
weather is. Yeah.
Going with the flow.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to get off the rock this weekend.
Really?
A little bit of traveling, but when I saw those ticket prices tripling and doubling, and I already talked about financial stability.
Yes, that was one of your resolutions.
May curtail and stay on the rock and enjoy the festivities here and the celebrations over the weekend, right?
Sounds good,
That's a plan. For now, let's dive right into the news. President of the Consultant Physician Staff Association, Dr. Sherelle Lockhart, shared recently that fast food restaurants must bear some responsibility for poor dietary and eating habits among Bahamians. She went as far as to say that they should incur added tax because of the problems that our society is now facing when it comes to healthy eating. Pediatrician at Doctors Hospital, Dr. Takia DeVoe, agrees, saying that making the choices or right choices are imperative, especially for future generations.
When we make these changes now, I expect us to have a significant decrease in the burden on our society when these children become adults, because then we should have less COPD. We should have, less persons with diabetes, which is huge here, right? And unfortunately, for such a small population, we have a very high rate of diabetes and cancer. All of this has to be related to what we're putting into our bodies.
Dr. DeVoe also agrees with Dr. Lockhart's view that taxes should be reduced on fresh fruit and vegetables because in the current climate for many, healthy eating isn't in their budget. But she says there's a few simple ways to make a fresh start.
When you're shopping in the food store, it can be cost prohibitive for somebody to be giving their child fresh fruits and vegetables every single day in their lunchbox. And obviously, if you can't really get the fresh fruits and vegetables, cans is your next best choice, and then you just have to read the labels to make sure it's not in heavy syrup. So if you're going to get a fruit, the fruit cocktail that most kids will love, you don't want to buy the one in the heavy syrup. You want to say in water. And yes, it tastes a little bit less sweet. That is the goal, because sugar really is the enemy. And so things like applesauce in a pouch that's no sugar added, natural, those kinds of things. The vegetables that are in a can, you can pretty much get any vegetable in a can.
With rhythm in their feet and pride in their hearts, Cleveland Eneas Primary School is preparing for its Junior Junkanoo debut, made possible in part by a timely $5,000 donation from the Bryce Newball Foundation. Matea Stewart tells us more.
The students of Cleveland Eneas Primary School took to the beat of tum-tums and trumpets as they make preparations for the school's first debut in Junior Junkanoo. While passion and talent is eminent, the Eagles faced one major issue: finances. Right on time, though, was the Bryce Newball Foundation with a donation of $5,000.
This school, this year being their first year, and we wanted to really give them a big boost. And when we found out that they were having a bit of, struggles, challenges, getting to Bay Street, and I know how hard it is to get to Bay Street, we said, you know what, we're going to give them that helping hand, that boost to help them to get to Bay. I hope to see in a performance that rivals any A group on Bay Street, because I'm sure they are going to put the effort, the energy, the creativity, and of course the passion I saw from the kids as they were performing just now, just how much they already have got the Junkanoo spirit.
On the receiving end of the donation, Principal Newball Smith spoke about the relief the funds brought, noting that even she was surprised by just how costly Junior Junkanoo can be.
On the receiving end this morning, we are just so excited in Eagle Nation because our teachers and the committee that's been working on Junkanoo, we were just, it was a struggle for us. And when I got that call that this was happening today, it just had us excited that we have these funds that will help us continue to get the other instruments that we need, the crepe paper, the feathers, I personally did not know that Junkanoo was such an expensive activity.
The Eagles of Cleveland Indians Primary School continue to advance the culture with their entry to the 2026 Junior Junkanoo Parade. And with a donation of $5,000 from the Bryce Newball Foundation, I'm sure they'll do just that. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Matea Stewart.
Thanks so much, Matea. I'm sure it's going to be an excellent parade with a very timely donation. Meanwhile, a holiday staple for locals, the Christmas Carnival has been open to the public from the first week of December and traditionally remains in place for a few weeks into the new year. As time winds down, our Lloyd Allen reports that operators are pleased with this year's turnout and plan a major give back on their final night, just about a week away.
So we opened on December 5th. Sales always in the beginning are a little slower. People come in slowly when they realize that we're here, and our numbers have been good.
Joanne Berthole, office manager for McCafferty Enterprises, which operates the Holiday Carnival, says despite initial fears of a difficult season, the carnival has weathered the economic woes of the holidays, likely due to a long tradition of fun, family, and a safe repose from the hustle and bustle.
A lot of people back home don't understand that Christmas Day and Boxing Day are our biggest days here. They just, it's something, it's a tradition you guys have, and we enjoy coming here, bringing the carnival for you guys, to keep that tradition up for you guys as something for you guys to have and have memories of.
While Christmas is traditionally the busiest day for the carnival, this year more patrons turned up on Boxing Day, with the carnival reporting visitors in the thousands straight up to closing time.
Sometimes it just depends on the way that Christmas Day falls. If it's more towards the weekend, people will come out on Christmas still, but then they're getting ready for Junkanoo at night. And then Boxing Day, they rest up and they come out.
And although the new year is in full swing, she says patrons are still coming out to enjoy that experience.
Some people don't like the big crowds. This is when the other people come in with their families, their kids. They come in now so they don't have to fight the crowds at Christmas time. And they know it's going to be a little slower, especially this week. Kids are back to school.
But as the crowd shrinks, Berthole is encouraging the public to look out for their finale.
So the 18th is our last day. We open at 6 p.m. and we are giving away a brand new Jet Tour Dashing 2026 car.
If you've not made your way to the carnival, you have until January 18th to make your way here. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm
In the words of Daddy White, I'm so excited right now. Still to come, Aurelia Russell is in the house, and she's brought a few friends, including her sister Ari and AJ. We're going to tell you all about canine training. And of course, Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean is here with your Access weather forecast. So stay close.
perfect gift can be difficult. We can help you get it right this Christmas at Luricks Bay and Parliament, Old Fort Bay, Marathon Mall and Palmdale.
We bless it in the name of the Father. We bless it in the name of the Son. We ask your blessings in the name of the Holy Spirit. And everyone says, amen.
That was the recent blessing of the Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute's Grand Bahama branch's newly renovated campus. Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin was among officials celebrating the milestone.
I happen to have done the tour of this facility after the hurricane and Hurricane Dorian, and it was so depressing. This is going to be and is an important institution in Grand Bahama. This redevelopment is part of the renaissance of Grand Bahama. This institution is going to be primarily for young people, and we hope as a tertiary institution for high school students that they will move into this institution, BTVI, and begin to develop skills and capacity so that they can become true, real players in our economy.
Grand Bahama Minister Ginger Moxie thanked Minister Hannah Martin for supporting the effort and other partners, especially BTVI's Board of Directors.
I can tell you, this is, I think, one of the most impactful boards in our country. And yes, I've been working closely with you because I recognize the importance of your work, and I recognize what you needed to do in order for Grand Bahamas BTVI campus to be where we are today.
BTVI has 7 internationally accredited campuses operating throughout the Bahamas. This is Ed Talk.
Time now for your Access weather forecast. We have that little trophy near the extreme northern Bahamas, and that could trigger 1 or 2 passing showers in that part of the area. And then our boating forecast tonight in the northwestern parts of our country and tomorrow, those winds are going to be east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave height 2 to 4 feet. Now, high tide, that will take place at 3 minutes past midnight, with the low tide at 6:14 tomorrow morning for the central and southeastern islands tonight and tomorrow. Easterly winds 12 to 18 knots, and the wave height 3 to 6 feet. So caution flags will be in place for boaters in the central and southeastern islands tonight and tomorrow. And then as we take you into Saturday, in the northwestern parts of our country, those winds become southeast at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The low tide will take place at 7:12 in the morning, with a high tide at 1:04 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands, we'll see a slight increase in those winds out of the east at 15 to 20 knots, the wave heights 4 to 7 feet, maintaining that caution flag for the central and southeastern Bahamas. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Lord, what do you think this man is, man? All day I've been over these little baby kids. And he reached me. Huh? Well, anyway, I gonna fall down the road to see if he down. This place down the road. And if he down there, there gonna be some problems. But guess what? I got a headache and I tired, man.
That's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Melina.
Thank you so much, Basil. Tonight we're joined by Aurelia Russell and a special canine friend, her sister Ari from Lyrical Leashes Canine Training.
Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
So can you start off just by telling us a little bit about Lyrical Leashes and how you got into dog training?
Well, since I was small, my parents would always buy me pets such as guinea pigs and sometimes rabbits and cats, you know, but I've always found a keen love for dogs.
And so how did you get started with Lyrical Leashes?
Well, Lyrical Leashes, I've been training dogs for over a decade.
Wow.
You know, and it just drove me to train dogs because it's my passion. I was just following my passion, you know.
That's always a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Now, please, we hear him. Introduce who we have with us today.
Well, we have first, my little sister.
Absolutely.
She also loved training dogs, and this is Canine Assassin. I had him since he was
Canine.
I had him since he was 7 weeks, and I'm still training him. He's now 11 months.
Oh, so yes, you're very cute. I am talking about you.
And what type of dog is he?
He's a Belgian Malinois.
A Belgian
a working
Malinois.
breed. Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Very smart, but very high energy. I had a
Yes.
friend with one of them, and you have to keep those brains
Definitely.
occupied, or they will find something to
Yes.
do.
Wow.
And it might not always be what you want them to do.
No, exactly.
Speaking of that, what are some common misconceptions you think some dog parents have about training their animal?
Well, one of the most frequent ones would be once train, always train. You know, once you start training a dog, once you train a dog something today, you have to continuously train them.
Yeah, consistency
Every
is
day.
really key.
Consistency is key. And also, you can't teach a dog old tricks. As long as the dog is breathing, the dog is trainable.
Wow.
There you go. I love that. I gotta say, as long as the dog is breathing, the dog is trainable. I like that.
Absolutely.
And so if you had to pick just a couple of the most important skills you feel like dog owners should teach their dogs, what would you say they are?
Definitely recall and healing.
Recall and healing. What does that mean?
Recall is when you call your dog and your dog instantly comes straight back to you. You know,
so even when they're off leash, like if you're in a park or something and you're like,
right,
come back, they'll
establish
immediately
trust and all of that.
Amazing.
Yes.
And healing, you said. What's that?
Healing is
being to heal.
Yes,
Okay.
on your side, but I could demonstrate it if you want.
Yes, please.
Holster. He is going at my pace all the time. Holster. Always staying at my side.
And so is he in training for a particular job, or?
Yes, he's in training for base. He's my personal pet. You know, family. He's my son, technically.
Yes, yes.
You know, but I have him also training him for personal protection as well. Yes.
And I think we talked about this off air as well, that you are also a corrections officer, so this
Yes, I
training
am.
has a double meaning too in some instances.
Yes, it does.
And so is there a particular kind of training that you specialize in if someone wanted to come to you for their dogs?
Everything.
Everything.
I even groom. I do from basic to advanced obedience.
Okay. Wow.
You know, personal protection, and also I'm capable of doing detection work.
Detection work
yes,
also.
and decoy.
I'm sure you find in some instances you don't just have to train the dog, you have to train the owner.
Definitely.
Largely the owner in a lot of instances too.
Yep.
Yes, definitely.
And where can people find you if they're interested in your services?
They could find me on TikTok. They could also find me on Facebook. TikTok, my TikTok name is Lyrical Leashes.
Okay.
And Facebook is Bantanji Playlist.
Bantanji Playlist.
All
Yes.
right.
We gotta ask about that later.
Yeah, we'll have to have you back just to
Yes.
see more of AJ, to see
Yes,
more of Ari. We
definitely.
got to
It would
find
be a
more of your
pleasure.
backstory as a future dog
Absolutely.
trainer. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Looking forward to it. Ari's going to be a very good dog trainer. I can feel it.
Oh, yes. But for now, it's time to turn things over to ZNS Total Sports to see what's on tap.
And the defending GSSA Hoops champs start off 2026 with an 100-point victory. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, 'cause everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052. Shop Smart, Shop Smart, at Shop Smart. Oh, everything is here.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with a variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. High school basketball resuming play this week. Defending GSSA champions would make a statement in their first game of 2026. To the tape, the aforementioned Anatole Rogers Timberwolves taking on the Doris Johnson Mystic Marlins over at the Donald Davis Gym. The Timberwolves playing some swarming defense here that would lead to a turnover and easy score. They would get out 32-4 after the first quarter. Much of the same in the second. Mystic Marlins unable to deal with the pressure, struggling to even get the ball past half court. The Timberwolves would get another easy layup and would go up 69-8 at the half. Powered by 30 points from Dinagio Fowler, Anatole would go on to defeat Doris Johnson 119-17. Yes, you heard that right. A 102-point victory.
All right. First off, just want to thank God for the victory. But like you said, it was a dominant performance. You know, the guys, they came out, they were hungry, they were aggressive from the jump. You know, but that's just one game. You know, so we just have to stay focused, we have to stay poised. You know, there's a lot against us. You know, so we just have to, like I say, do what we need to do, and just be able to perform and to exude Timberwolves basketball on a daily basis. So like I say, definitely thank God, but we still have a lot of work to do.
Coach Bowles also speaking on the bullseye on his team's back, being the top dogs in the GSSA.
The expectation, just like every year, is very high. You know, the guys know what we're up against, and they know what to expect from me. They know what to expect from our opponents. But like you said, we were champions and defending champions, but like I tell the guys, you know, that was the 04-05 season. You know, 05-06 presents a different team, presents different challenges, presents different expectations, even though they are still high. You know, so that's our main drive, our main focus moving forward. And I think once we do that, and once we stay locked in, I think we give ourselves a shot, you know, to win the championship once again.
And while this game took place, there were several others that did not. San Antonio sports team understands a number of schools forfeited their games due to ongoing grievances between coaches and the association. In addition to the Timberwolves Mystic Marlins game, there were two other games scheduled to be contested at the AF Adderley and C.I. Gibson gymnasiums. Government High School Magic were set to take on the R. Bailey Pacers, with both teams were assessed losses after forfeiting their matchup. And the same outcome was suffered by the C.C. Sweden Cobras and the C.V. Bethel Stingrays, scheduled to play over at AF. Now, Zenitol's sports team sought to get a response from newly elected GSSA President Van Dyke Bethel on the matter, but he declined to comment. We'll continue to follow up on this story as it progresses. So on hoops this time from the association, Bayman rookie phenom B.J. Edgecombe was a menace on the defensive side of the ball last night. Edgecombe racking up 13 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and a career-high 5 steals in 35 minutes during the Sixers' 131-110 victory over the Washington Wizards on Wednesday. The 5 swipes marked the 5th straight game in which Edgecombe had recorded multiple steals. He also scored in double digits in 14 straight games, averaging 18 points, 5 boards, and 4 assists over that stretch. Over to the collegiate ranks, Beeman hooper Baronet Tweedy Charlton will spend the remainder of her junior season on the sidelines for the Austin Peay State University Governors after suffering a season-ending knee injury in the team's 73-38 victory over the Barry College Vikings. Charlton made a play for a loose ball in the third quarter and subsequently collided with a Vikings player, resulting in tears to both her ACL and meniscus. Prior to the devastating injury, the junior guard pitched in 9 points, 3 assists. Switching gears to the track, the 36th edition of the T-Birds Flyers meet will get underway tomorrow at the original Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, the first official meet on the B3A's 2026 calendar. The meet named in honor of Mr. Gregory Clark, a track parent who recently passed away. Organizer Foster Dorset gives us more.
The regular track meet from under 7 up to open, and it's something we usually do every year. It's the first meet of the year, and we usually use it as a guidance for track clubs so they can see where their athletes are at the beginning of the season. They can participate, and they can gauge where they are in terms of conditioning. We will be having events from, like I said, 7 through open. The Carifta events will be, all the Carifta events will start from under 17 and up.
And that's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
The Whopper with cheese never tasted so good. 100% flame grilled beef, now juicier. With fresh ingredients as usual. and even fluffier buns. The Whopper with cheese. Bigger, better, tastier. Get a regular combo for only $9. Only at Burger King Nassau.
At We Buy and Sell, we help you upgrade your home the smart way. From solar panels and solar lights to strong doors, storm-ready windows, tiles, mirrors, vanities, faucets, and more. Everything you need is right here under one roof. Great quality products, great price, and fast, friendly service every day. Visit us on Robinson Road or send us a message on WhatsApp 242-636-8412 or shop anytime at wbusbahamas.com. We Buy and Sell. Upgrade your home today.
It's a Holy Frosty Christmas, and Wendy's and Coke is bringing the chill. This year, when you upgrade any Wendy's combo to a large, you can instantly win big with the Upgrade and Win Christmas giveaway. We're talking travel gift cards, gadgets, holiday treats, and prizes that make your Holy Frosty Christmas shine. Just upgrade your favorite lunch combo, scan the QR code on your receipt to enter, and let the holiday magic begin. Enjoy great tasting food and win big this Christmas with Wendy's and Coca-Cola's Upgrade and Win. Rules and restrictions apply.
Turn that New Year's resolution into reality when you shop and save at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets. Seabass tuna, 5 ounces, 75 cents. Libby's Vienna sausage, 4.6 ounces, $1.19. Yellow onions, 3-pound bag, $2.99. Pork chop ends, $2.79 per pound. Baby back spare ribs, $3.39 per pound. If you're planning to save when you shop, you need to shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
You're looking at the Royal Beach Club located at the western end of Paradise Island. The 17-acre development is a public-private partnership with the Bahamian government, combining local Bahamian culture and architecture with signature Royal Caribbean amenities. It officially opened to guests on December 23rd, 2025. And those shots are courtesy of drone pilot Kyson Miller. Good job as always, Kyson. Well, it's time now to take a trip to the Family Islands. Let's go.
Stunning shots as always, Kyson. Thanks so much, Marlena. Director of Education Dominique McCartney-Russell addressing ongoing efforts to strengthen education across the Family Islands, highlighting initiatives aimed at improving resources, teacher support, and student learning outcomes. The Education Director underscored that one of the Ministry of Education's main goals is to have equitable access to quality education, ensuring that students on the Family Islands receive the same opportunities as those here in the capital, including upgrading school facilities, expanding course offerings, and introducing programs to support both teachers and learners across the nation.
We're ensuring access. We're ensuring our educational process is inclusive. We are expanding success opportunities for graduation. So you would see the changes or reform in the Bahamas High School Diploma program. And so a number of initiatives to support students learning excellence for every single child in every classroom, in every school. And so we are reforming the curriculum because we have a diverse set of students. They have diverse interests, diverse needs, diverse abilities. And so we want to ensure that we cater to all of them.
I love it. Excellence for every child. Well, it's now time for Let's Talk Socials with Matea Stewart.
Let's talk Taba Squishies. If you're not familiar, Taba Squishies are ultra-soft, slow-rising stress toys made to look incredibly realistic, often resembling everyday foods. They're designed to be squeezed, squished, and popped back into shape in the most satisfying way. One creator catching attention right now is Funergy DIY, who makes extremely realistic-looking foods, from potatoes to pastries, only for viewers to realize they're actually Taba Squishies. It's the perfect example of how social media can be a little deceiving, but in a fun way. You're scrolling, thinking you're looking at real food, and suddenly it gets squished, leaving viewers oddly entertained and oddly satisfied. It just goes to show on social media, things aren't always what they seem. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes it fun. That's all the Let's Talk Socials for this week. Be sure to tune in on Monday to see what we have in store.
I'll be the first to say it. I don't like it.
I can't say why either, but I don't like them either.
Something about it, Uncanny Valley.
The stickiness, the squishiness.
Yeah.
Was that a potato, a spud that was like squishy?
Oh yeah, no, that was the one that I was like,
I want it. I want to do that.
Yeah. Power to you if you like them, but
What happens to just a regular squeeze
like
balls, like
ball.
a tennis ball, stress ball? Let's get back on those.
You sound like the old people now.
Oh,
Enough of the new
revealing my
things.
age. Right. Let's bring
Reel
it.
it in.
That's gonna do it for Access Now for tonight. As always, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.
And be sure to tune back in for the Bahamas tonight at 11 with Corvell Pyfrom. Good night, everybody.
The old boy.
At Harold One, I'm Ted Jervis, and this is ZNS.
Toiled for a better Bahamas, and that dream would soon be realized as Bahamian men and women who fought against injustice